time lapse with my current camera tripod. So I have the camera currently balanced on a ice bucket. We're back at the hotel. I don't have anything filmed. I've just been enjoying my time here with Samantha, so I have not really been filming. But we're back here kind of taking a rest. Sam's reading. Sam, say hello.
Hi.
Can't see her, but she's there. Trust me. I just figured I'd fill some content looking at some of the stuff that I find particularly interesting about Las Vegas. So the thing that I am most fascinated with when it comes to this city is the sort of development casino business side of things. And I was looking at a lot of this might not be contextually relevant if you aren't familiar with Las Vegas. But if you are, maybe this will be interesting to you. First of all, I wanted to pull up a list of the largest hotels. When I first did a Google search of what is the largest casino hotel in Las Vegas, it came up with the MGM Grand. Apparently, it was the largest in the world at its time of development. But when I look up a list of the largest hotels in the world, not only is MGM Grand not at number one, which isn't surprising, it's called the First World Hotel in Malaysia, but number two in the top spot is a hotel right here in Vegas, which is the Venetian. The Venetian Resort is the largest in Las Vegas with a total of 7,115 rooms, but it is followed by the MGM Grand with 6,852 rooms. A few other interesting ones. Number 7 is the Wynn. Number 9 is Mandalay Bay. Number 10 is Luxor. I was not expecting that, but Luxor has 4,400 rooms. So that makes it the 10th largest in the world, followed by Aria, which is huge, Excalibur, Caesar's Palace, Bellagio, Circus is number 17, which was another big surprise. Flamingo is number 21. That is the hotel we are staying at here. Disney's Port Orleans Resort is the 25th largest hotel in the world with 3,056. Thought that was interesting. The Mirage, which is now out of business, had 3,044. And we did find out that is going to become the new the new Hard Rock Hotel and possibly casino. Not sure.
Hotel and casino.
Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. So those are just some numbers that I found to be kind of interesting. The MGM Grand was a fascinating thing to me because we went there today, we walked there, and I know it is one of the first giant casinos. MGM Grand owns like half the casinos on the Strip, including, Excalibur and Luxor. And I was looking in a little bit about its ownership and building, and MGM owns Mandalay Bay as well. And what I find is interesting, I don't know if there's more casinos that they own, but BlackRock is actually a partnered owner of Mandalay Bay and MGM. And what's interesting is that when MGM first opened, first of all, it cost $1 billion to build that hotel and casino, but it also had a theme park attached to it called the MGM Grand Adventures, which was operated on 33 acres. That went defunct in, I think, 2000. MGM Grand Adventures closed in 2000 and was replaced by the Signature, which is a condo hotel, and Topgolf. But what I found really interesting was that MGM Grand is themed after Wizard of Oz. It's the Emerald City. That's why it has that sort of like dark green tinge to it. And that was its initial sort of theming upon its open in 1993. All right, let's dive into something that I'm coming in completely cold turkey on, which is I would like to know more about the Best Western Casino Royale here on the Strip. So if you're not familiar, the Casino Royale Hotel and Casino, which is owned and operated by Best Western, has to be the most trashy, ratchet section of at least the middle of the Strip, right? I can't speak for the far north and south, but I want to do a little bit of reading here. Hold on. Formerly known as Nob Hill Casino. It opened in 1964 as the Caravan Motor Hotel, but the hotel became part of the Best Western chain in 2012. But what's fun is that Casino Royale has 19,000 square feet of gaming space, including slot machines, video poker, and video keno. The casino caters to low rollers, which is quite clear when you walk through it. But what's interesting is it only has, in light of our list of largest casinos, it only has 152 rooms to rent. That is so minuscule compared to the numbers that the rest of the casinos are toting around. I just find this casino quite interesting because when you walk through, it is definitely full of people that would probably stay at Best Westerns across the country, myself not necessarily excluded, but it is lined with a lot of, there's just a lot of interesting people right in front of that casino, and it really stands out between the Link and the Venetian, which are two casino hotels that are maybe a little bit higher end. So, but I find it to be very interesting character and interesting. Oh, yesterday I was looking up because we went to Excalibur, which is very old. It's also owned by MGM, and Luxor, which is also old and very cool. And there's a lot of rumors right now to demolish both Luxor and Excalibur, just because they're very south of the Strip, and I guess theming has fallen out of fashion here on the Strip, as noted by Aria and Cosmopolitan. But they want to develop that whole area into a Major League Baseball area. And that's something that I've noticed pretty much across the board with all of Las Vegas, is there is a humongous push to sports betting, because obviously sports betting has become mega popular as it's been legalized, or loopholed, I'm not quite sure which, across the nation. And I think Las Vegas sees this as their opportunity, as there are more and more casinos outside of Nevada popping up. They're seeing this as their opportunity to quickly become the premier location for sports betting. And you especially see that, as they're bringing in all these sports teams, but also when you walk through the casinos, by far, I think the busiest sections of the casinos, and maybe I'm misremembering, but I don't think I've ever seen it like this, where the busiest sections of the casinos are the sections that just have the basketball games playing and people are betting on the games. Anytime we've been in the elevator or walking and you're overhearing people talking about gambling, they're talking about gambling on the game, So that's obviously a big push for Las Vegas right now, and it seems pretty evident. So, are they going to destroy two of the bigger southern casinos to make room for that? Frankly, it makes sense. But I don't know if those casinos are being demolished and just straight up being developed into a baseball area, or if there's going to be more hotels that replace them, or if that even comes to fruition at all. But it is definitely a tide turning that you can feel in this city, given the recent sports betting explosion. So, thanks.